Tell me about a word that would describe your business, your practice, and also why.
I love to be patient focused. Every patient's so different and as such requires different plans, not cookie cutter, and it's different every time. I very much sit every patient down and we do a consult every single time.
And obviously being very, very spontaneous
Yeah.
and also understanding the patient's needs and then being able to adjust, right? If somebody, needs a treatment that you feel is best is always the way to go. I always say never force somebody into doing something.
Never.
And I think that you do a great job at that, right?
You know what I do? I actually kind of talk people out of things. It sounds crazy, but I'm like, hey, this is a big deal. It's your face. Think about it. Go home. But at Resculpt, what we do is when someone comes to us, even if it's for me, I say, actually, you need a Tiva. Actually, you need to have a facial. So I kind of shift them to someone else if they need it.
Yeah, and that very similar to Reveal.
Yeah.
We have a product portfolio that covers just about everything, as you know.
Yeah.
We never force anybody into one specific laser. It's what the practice really needs.
Exactly.
And very similar to the patient. What does the patient actually need? That's the most important thing. So kind of switching over, what do you think is the most important part about running an aesthetic business?
Probably having an ethical moral compass. In aesthetics, you'll find patients will give you anything, any amount of money. You have to be able to say no. That word is the most important part, and it really makes you successful because when I say no, people trust me and then they're mine for life. So being able to say no and put your foot down and have boundaries.
Yeah, and as an expert, you know the expectations,
Oh, yeah.
right? And so setting good expectations with your customers, with your clients.
Yep.
Obviously people that are coming in to do these procedures that they're not cheap,
Yeah.
right? But setting the right expectations is ultimately what gets you a great reputation. What would you recommend? There's a lot of physicians out there, there's a lot of nurse practitioners out there, a lot of people trying to get into the business of aesthetics.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the aesthetic market is flourishing.
Yeah.
What would you say is your biggest advice to anybody trying to start an aesthetic business?
I think really find out your why. So if you have your why, is it to make money? Is it to be famous? Is it to learn aesthetics? Is it to be passionate about something? Figure out your why and then you gotta stick with it. If you're in it for the money or fame, you're gonna fail. If you're in it because you love aesthetics and you love making patients happy, you're gonna be so successful and then never give up. Because it's like such a corny thing to think that, but you really have to head down, blinders on. And so when I decided to open my own business, I really just put blinders on and just went down. The day I signed our lease, I was pregnant, found out I was pregnant. I'm like, oh my gosh, but you just have to keep on working. When you're tired, you have to work harder.
Yeah.
And you want to quit, you got to work harder. So you really just have to, be the first one there, last one to leave, and just be obsessed with the game. Getting
in a little bit deeper into your business,
Yeah.
as you go towards selecting the devices that you would use in your practice, I know you're not somebody that just says, hey, bring it in, right?
Yeah.
You do your research, you
Oh, yeah.
do your due diligence.
Absolutely.
What makes you choose a device, a piece of capital equipment that you would bring into your practice?
So I think when it comes to devices, there's so much out there and there's a lot of salesy, this is the best and this is the best and this is what it's gonna do. I need the device company to back it up with education because my specialty is neuromodulators and fillers. I am device weak. I very much don't know my devices when it comes to picking them. So I want a company to come to me and say, I have this device and we want to train you. And the fact that Reveal said, I'm like, okay, I want to buy Tiva. I want a Tiva. And you're like, we have to train you properly first. I thought that to me, I was like, this is the company. This is the company I want to work with because they care about education above profit. And that's the most important thing because devices are a big deal. You can cause a lot of injury and harm to a face. So the fact that you want to train me and make me the best speaks volumes.
I love that. And you said one of the most important words when it comes to aesthetics, and that's education, right? And I think a lot of different companies miss on that aspect of this particular part of the aesthetic business.
Yeah.
And for us at Reveal, it is all about education, which kind of brings me into Tiva. I've been doing this for well over a decade now, and I personally believe that Tiva is the best subdermal device to ever hit the market.
I agree.
The results are amazing,
Yeah.
obviously, as you know, but more importantly, they kind of back up everything that we claim, right, with our product. Tell me why you picked Ativa.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Dr. Jack Zamora, he's been a mentor and I really look up to him, and the fact that he loved it and he showed these realistic, real life before and afters and explained the science, the actual pathophysiology and the physiology behind Ativa, to me was incredible. I love RF microneedling. It's done wonders for my patients, but there is a subset of patients that need very specific, precise tightening. And the fact that I can take a cannula and go under the skin, to me is huge for patients with melasma or acne scarring, or I had a patient that I referred the other day that really had an issue with another filler that was really like superficial. So the fact that I can be so precise makes me obsessed with Ativa.
Why does everybody out there that's qualified to purchase an Ativa really need one?
Well, I think every practice needs one. It's funny because so many practices have come to me like, do I need this device? Who is it for? It is for every patient out there. The fact that we can skip the biggest organ in the body, the skin, right? The fact that we can go under the skin and go right to the issue, right to the skin laxity, right to the dimpling, right to the cellulite, to me speaks volumes. And that's technology, right? As we evolve in aesthetics, we don't need these like massive chemical peels or like huge downtime. We're in DC. Most of my patients are in the White House and then the Senate. They have to go right back to work. So the fact that they can have an Ativa procedure done and then go back to work that day, that's incredible. So I love that it's not like you have to do 6 or 8 or 10 treatments, just a couple. So that's why everyone wants it. I feel bad for you guys because you're not gonna have enough machines.
So we're talking about, people that are on camera every day, people that have to have their image, consistently looking young and fresh and vibrant.
Yeah.
To pick a device like Ativa in your practice, I think speaks volume about the efficaciousness of it, but also, about the results and what really matters to the patients.
Yeah.
But behind Ativa is this company called Reveal. We've obviously enjoyed such an amazing initial first part of our partnership. Yeah. Tell me what excites you the most about Reveal lasers.
Oh my goodness. I think Reveal has such a core value of you guys want to keep it small. You don't want all these like crazy salespeople everywhere. You really want it to start small and slowly transition and be very selective. I think that's really important. That shows that you care about your product, but more importantly, you care about the patients and their safety. So I love that, and I just connected right away, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have coming up. But it's a family. I feel very family oriented with you guys.
That's awesome, because that's what we're about. We want to make sure that every single person that we do business with, whether that's Injector Bunny or somebody that's very, very new to the space, feels like they have the support, not only to have incredible results, but also to have a flourishing practice, right?
Agreed.
A practice that really cares firstly about our patients, but also from a business side of things, continues to do very well. In your opinion, what excites you the most about Reveal's future?
I think that you guys think holistically, but you think about how can I get the maximum amount of efficient results with the least amount of downtime, and you're thinking outside the box. Instead of just blasting someone's face off, you're like, let's actually go deep and skip the skin, or let's try to do minimally invasive. I think that's the future of aesthetics. We don't need to do these extensive, even surgeries sometimes. So I love that you're thinking about your patient's safety, efficacious for sure, but that you're doing the best technology, which is exciting for us because again, our patients don't want that downtime. They want minimally invasive, best results, least downtime.
My last question to you is, other physicians, other practitioners, injectors, estheticians, if they're looking at one company and then they're looking at Reveal, why choose Reveal?
I pick Reveal over other device companies for a couple different reasons, but mostly it's not just about buying a laser, it's about after you buy the laser, what happens? You just don't want your laser dropped at the front door and then you're like, how do I use it? Reveal Lasers cares about the education. They care about the patient safety. They want me to be the best provider out there. They want me to use Ativa to the best of my knowledge and have the best results. I love that you guys are very much focused on helping out the injector, because a lot of times we don't know how to work the lasers. We don't understand. I love that you want us to understand all the intricate details to get the best result for our patient. What does Reveal Lasers want to be known for in the industry?
That is a great question. I think that's probably the most important question. We want to be known as pioneers, leaders not only in our technology, because we are really doing the due diligence and doing what we need to do to find the best products out there, whether that's, you know, a product that can treat on all skin types or a product that can make you look 20 years younger, right? But the other thing that we really want to be known for is a company that truly is about people, not just somebody that comes in and helps you do better in your business. We want to make sure that our customers are completely taken care of. You always have somebody that you can reach out to that you know on a personal level. And then for our employees here at Reveal, right, we want to make sure that everybody is educated and understands our products well enough to go out into the field and make sure that our customers are completely taken care of from a knowledge standpoint and from an efficacious standpoint. So Reveal wants to be known as a company that's pioneering new technology, new things in our space, but also truly is the people's republic of lasers.
I love it. Reveal's the best. Okay, this is an amazing interview, but now it's your turn to see what I do in the chair. Are you ready?
I am so excited. The famous injector bunny is injecting me.
Let's do this.